All right, we just got done watching Sailor Moon Season 1, Episode 37. Man, am I zingy now. This got me going. This episode really got me excited.
I'm really back into it. This was great.
We're back on top. Last episode, I was tired.
I liked the last episode.
He liked it a bit more than I did, but still, we were both low energy, tired. But you know what? We're back. We're back.
But what I wrote down is this episode reminded me why I like as a child loved anime. And why, specifically as I got older and this started to air, I started to why I like Sailor Moon because we were subjected to the dub.
Yeah.
But
exactly. I mean, I was like
the
10.
tropes.
I was
this really reminded me why
the
tropes of anime are so appealing. Why the sort of like clumsy girl,
or
just not even girl, the clumsy anyone.
Oh, and before we get too much into the review, I think we have a shout out.
No, let's do it at the end.
Do it at the end?
Let's do it at the end.
Never mind. Forget that. And then right off the bat, cool guy in a suit comes out of this car. The girls, he's
just a limo driver. He comes out of a limo.
He comes out of a limo.
Just a limo driver.
But he's dressed well. He's got a good jawline.
Cool guy, which is really wacky.
It's because he's dressed well and he has a good jawline.
That's either a poor translation or a cultural thing. Either way, it's kind of cool.
He's got a good set of hair.
Did I say what this episode was called? Did we say what this episode was called?
I don't believe so.
I like the consistency. So, aim to be a princess. Usagi's weird training. Is what this episode was called. Yeah. So, anyways, what you were saying, they come out, and then these three very proper girls come out. I don't think she's actually at her school. I think she just happens to be outside of another private school, private area, ballerina dance hall,
and they find out that there's this princess seminar going on, or this princess.
It's at the Rose Mansion.
The Rose Mansion. Yeah. And there's going to be this princess seminar where you get trained to be a princess, is what it is. Which kind of you get trained to be a graceful young lady. Or whatever it said. And I must say that there was some music playing during Usagi was dreaming of going to this princess seminar thing because you have to get a recommendation or whatever to get in, and she was daydreaming about it at school, obviously, and she was late to school, of course. She was daydreaming about it, and there was this music playing while she was daydreaming about being in the ballroom that I really enjoyed. You know, I'm gonna have to find it on the on the internet.
We want to be funny and be wacky and be like, yeah, we're gonna buy the soundtrack.
I'm not gonna buy the soundtrack.
Let's get Soul Seek, steal it.
I would never buy the soundtrack. I'm gonna find the music online on the internet.
On Soul Seek. Jesus, people.
Queen Barrel. Yeah, you got a little riled up. Soul Seek, great software, I guess.
Great software for getting free music of anything. Hey guys, we gotta go.
Just give it a few more minutes.
We got a few more minutes. We're barely scratching the surface there, bud.
So, love that ballroom music. So, and then I think this is when we get to the cutscene of the Dark Kingdom. About then, because there's a
new guy.
There's a new guy
at the Dark Kingdom. Did you notice new guy?
Who's the new guy?
I don't remember.
I actually don't remember. I just remember the key quote when they cut scene to the Dark Kingdom, and it's "Bring me the dead body of Sailor Moon."
Yeah,
that's from Queen Barrel. She used to not want her to be dead. Now she wants her dead.
I love to bring me the dead body of Sailor Moon.
She needs to know. That's classic supervillain stuff. I want to see the dead body. I want to see the dead body.
So there's a scene, and it's where I think Artemis and Sailor Venus have somehow figured out through whatever, that Usagi's gone off to this weird princess academy. And all the sailors are hanging out. And they have these awesome casual, weekend outfits or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sailor Venus, who we don't know anything about. Sailor Venus is wearing a leather jacket and a red tee under it. And I was like, yeah, that's so great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dapper.
And that's, as I was, in the last review, I talked about how I want more character moments. I got more character moments with just little details like that. It was like, yeah.
Yeah. It was great. And,
great.
So then Luna in the arcade.
Yeah.
Just right about now, Luna gets in the arcade. She's talking to the entity that we don't know.
This was before the Princess Academy.
Yeah.
We're all over the place.
We're all over the map, but here's the thing. But this was huge.
And
Luna,
also the arcade thing where she says the rice puffs at midnight, whatever.
Short circuits, and who's behind the screen?
The camera comes up behind the screen.
Who's behind the screen?
Artemis is behind the screen. Sailor Venus's pet cat is behind the screen.
Artemis is shouting, and Luna freaks out. I've been taking orders from you the whole time. Luna's been taking orders from Artemis these entire 37 episodes. That blows my mind.
It blows my mind too.
So
we're at the Princess Academy.
We're at the Princess Academy. They're doing some sort of frisbee training. But why are they doing the frisbee training?
That's this, and this was another great moment. And it's so Kunzite is still around, and Kunzite's basically saying he's sort of puppet mastering Lady Rose, who runs this Princess Academy, whatever. Yeah. And it's like, okay, so we're gonna do a challenge where they all play the frisbee. They all play with the frisbee. So whoever's good with it was weird. Like whoever's good at the frisbee, but is also really clumsy and isn't very princess-like, is Sailor Moon, inevitably. Mm-hmm. But the other sailors show up in time enough so that and the thing is, apparently Sailor Jupiter and Sailor Mercury graduate, but Venus, Mars, and Moon could still be. I forgot to mention one very specific detail. So the way that Sailor Moon, the way that Usagi notices this Princess Academy, is she climbs up the this tree and she's watching them and she's really excited about the cake that they have. It's like, oh, there's cake. Like, right? Like, who doesn't love cake? We know Usagi loves cake. There's this gag where she kind of gets noticed because she gets too excited and she's too loud. And her dumpling head sort of hair things kind of pop off of her head in this sort of animation sequence. Yeah, that was just such a good moment of physical comedy.
And I also, in this episode, I realized as I was, we were halfway through, and I completely forgot that this show is in Japanese. Yeah. And we're not watching the dub because I'm so invested when I'm reading the subtitles that I completely forget that that this show is in Japanese. So, that's just where we're at. We're 37 episodes in. I mean, it's quite beautiful. And this Yuma.
You got a problem?
Do you have somewhere to go?
I don't have a problem with this, but I have a problem right now because we gotta go, guys.
You look a little anxious.
We have 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. Okay.
No,
we 5 more minutes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Can you go outside or something?
The great Yuma. Oh no, this is a great Yuma. That's what I wrote down. I loved this Yuma in this episode here.
Wait, you don't drink? Oh no. Okay, yeah, the Yuma was great this episode. No, okay, let us finish this, okay? The Yuma was great in this episode. In that, the Yuma was great in this episode. It really reminded me of Princess, Princess Pudo or whatever from the Ocarina of Time water level. If anyone recalls, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 64 came out in 1997. Yeah. Excellent game. But the design, we complained about the design of the last one with the hairdryer crap. But no, the design on this Yuma was just fantastic. Yeah. It was this scaly, blue, sort of water.
It was quite beautiful. It was beautiful.
It was. It really was. The fight itself was not as exciting as last episode's fight, but that's not what it's about.
Yeah, that's not what it was about. And the Kunzite tells Endymon, Tuxedo Common Mask.
So yeah, Tuxedo Mask shows up as the evil monster Lady Rose, whatever Yuma is about to turn them all into wax dolls because she's sort of goozing.
And Kunzite's stop interfering.
Yeah,
Kunzite's tired.
To Endymon because so there's Tuxedo Mask, which is the good guy, but then Endymion is the bad guy. But Are you alright?
Well, this guy.
I'm a little worried about him, honestly, but whatever. And Endymion steps in, he throws the rose, like he always does. Yeah. But this is the wilting rose, the rose that kind of
the dark rose.
The dark rose.
This is dark mask.
Dark tuxedo mask. And basically, what he wants is the silver crystal in exchange for their lives. Yep. And what the Yuma wants. And what Kunzite wants is he wants the sailors dead. So there's this big conflict between all of them. And as I've mentioned, the Dark Kingdom's biggest downfall is not actually their capabilities, but it's the infighting and it's the lack of
Oh, of course, because
when we were going through the rainbow crystals, they couldn't decide whether or not they actually wanted to especially once they had a little bit of what do you call it, leverage by having the rainbow crystals. They could sort of argue for the lives of people by having these crystals, by having these MacGuffins. That's very interesting. Yeah, this was a great episode.
Great episode.
I've always found Usagi to be the least appealing character to have as your favorite, your whatever. Yeah. But
she truly is
she's
unique.
Great.
She's
she
unique.
was really great in this episode.
And she's just
she's
a unique
human.
girl.
She's human.
She's human.
And maybe there's a reason. There is a reason that she's the princess.
There's a reason, and it's because she doesn't seem like
flawed.
She's supposed to be the princess.
Well, it's not. Yeah, she's flawed.
Yeah,
she's human. She's actually a natural person.
We keep saying she's a crybaby. She's clumsy. That's just natural. That's human. And being a crybaby means she has a lot of empathy.
She's a teenager too, right?
She's 14, right? And she said something at the end of the episode that I thought was quite beautiful, and it was because the whole episode she was like trying to train to be a princess, and she said, "I'm gonna be a princess in my own way." And
I love that.
I think
and
really,
she's running
and
to
especially
school late while eating her breakfast.
Exactly, like I'm gonna be a princess in my own way. I really,
Luna's kind of like,
I resonate with that, and also I remember
you gotta be princesses in our own way. All of us, everybody.
And being young, when that came out, kind of like I was 12 or something. Just like that kind of stuff, it really motivates you.
Yeah,
and it really inspires you. And now I think we got a shout out for
shout out to my buddy Rowan McWilliams. Shout out Rowan McWilliams.
Yeah.
Rowan McWilliams. You are the man.
You're the man, Rowan. Shout out Rowan.
Rowan McWilliams. Thanks for watching, Rowan McWilliams.